Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining us once again on the sixth episode of the series, The True and Hidden Origin of the Ewe People. In our previous episode, we explained that the Ewe people of today, who are found along the coast of West Africa, are descendants of Judah, the fourth son of the patriarch Jacob. In this episode, we will discuss the journeys of Yah's people, and we will start with Abraham for a better understanding of the issues involved. The person we know today as Abraham, initially referred to as Abram, was the son of Terah and his wife Edinah, also known as Amathaliah, and he was a brother to Haran and Nahor. Terah, his father, was the great-great-grandson of Shem, Noah's son. Terah was born some 281 years before the death of Shem and 128 years before the death of Noah. So he saw Noah, he saw Shem, and all his great-great-grandfathers. Abram was born in 1948 Anno Mundu, which is some 2180 years before Christ. He was born in a city known today as Ephah or Sanlefa, where Sanli is just an appellation, meaning holy. It is believed that many of the prophets, including Abraham and Job, etc., were born here, so the city is revered and called holy. The original name of this place, Ephah, is Adassa, and sometimes called Adassa. This place is located in northern Mesopotamia. This was where Abram was born. He grew up and married right there. In those days, they married their cousins and half-sisters, just as it is done in every culture today, called Tastivinyurivisro and Fufuvisro. Abram married his half-sister, his father's daughter of another mother, whose name was Sairaye, known today as Sarai. His two other brothers, Haran and Nahor, also married from the same city. However, Haran died rather early, leaving his son Lot behind. In those days, the land was vast and relatively empty by the effect of the great flood that was less than 300 years by this time. Remember, longevity on average exceeded 300 years at the time, and all the people who witnessed the flood were still alive. Actually, the only people around that territory were Noah's big family, his sons, and their many children and grandchildren. Therefore, people moved frequently anytime misfortune hit them in one location. After mourning Haran's death, Terah gathered his family and everything that belonged to him and journeyed towards Canaan. Indeed, the spirit was willing, yet the body was weak. When they got to Haran, he noticed that the land was fertile and could support them and their livestock. So, he settled there with his family and possessions. Abram lived in Haran with his wife Sarai and the extended family until his father Terah passed on in 2080 Anno Mundu, that is 2024 BC. At this time, his great-great-grandfather Shem was still alive. Noah was, however, dead for some 76 years by this time. Now, there are many convincing facts about the true original birthplace of Abraham, be the current Sanlefa or Ephah, originally Adassa. These include the fact that the original name of this place, Ephah, is Adassa, located in northern Mesopotamia. and truly depicts every culture of functionally naming places, things, and persons. Adasa or Adasa are both Hebrew words. To put it well, ancient Hebrew words and mean the following. Dasa in every language is a verb that means watch out for and keep away from, usually from something that can cause or that causes harm. Adasa is the infinitive form of the verb watch out for and keep away from. Adasa is a sentence which means he, she, or it. That is the third person singular is or was careful to escape danger by meandering or changing course. Adasa means you, that is second person singular, watched out and escaped danger. So, Adasa is all about being careful of a dangerous place, event, or person by keeping oneself away through calculated efforts in changing or meandering one's course. Now, this city was rightly named according to every culture because of its topology. It was situated on a cliff with a tributary of the Euphrates passing very close by as a river or lake. This made moving around the city a really difficult task because it was easy to fall into the river if care was not taken. Thus, anyone moving around the settlement was admonished to exercise extreme care and avoid or escape falling into the river. In essence, Jenny. The name of the city or settlement became Adasa or Edasa at the time, and that river is called Balikligo, Abraham Lake today. If you watched episode 5 of the series, we mentioned that Jacob, the father of Judah, was born in Göbekli Tepe. Now, Göbekli Tepe is in the vicinity of Adasa, and that makes a lot of sense. Earlier scholars posit that Abraham was born in Ur of the Chaldeans, but that account was poorly translated. Genesis 11:26 to 32 gives the clue. Genesis chapter 11, reading from verse 31. Terah took his son Abram, his grandson Lot, son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, the wife of his son Abram. And together they set out from Ur of the Chaldeans to go to Canaan. But when they came to Haran, they settled there. Now, it is rather unfortunate and unreasonable for a people traveling westward from Ur of the Chaldeans to Canaan here to move far up north this way to Haran before coming down south to their destination Canaan. It is more reasonable to move from Ephah down to Haran, intending to move further downwards to Canaan. Many scholars also posit that the desert road was highly useful as trade routes in those days. Again, even more significant evidence lies in the fact that there are many settlements in the northern Mesopotamia region that are in every names, even though many others deemed relevant or significant have been changed. These names include the Tepe names such as Göbekli Tepe, Seyran Tepe, Tepe, Kaleli Tepe, Kizil Tepe, Savuz Tepe, Karatan Tepe, Gobka Tepe, Tavsan Tepe, Yaprak Tepe, Sevrem Tepe, Boluk Tepe, Gul Tepe, Dik Tepe, Ak Tepe, Usi Tepe, Kup Tepe, Avot Tepe, Dilek Tepe, Sahin Tepe, Yavan Tepe, and many others. Tepe, according to the text, mean mountain or the peak of a mountain or a hill. However, many of these settlements are actually on plains. They are not on hills. So, if Tepe doesn't mean Tepe in every language, what else? Then they have the Kofe names that have been changed to Koi names such as Dogankoi, Hasikoi, Anakoi, Baskoi, Sarikoi, Yenikoi, among others. Then there are straightforward Efe names such as Kalonu, Adakli, Konuklu, Solu, Doroklu, Koroklu, Dogan, Doganli, Dogan Kavak, Golu, among others. Most of these settlements are ancient settlements and are villages with very few people in southeastern Turkey. And a good number of them are uninhabited and undergoing archaeological excavations. To crown all these pieces of evidence, the most recent study, which was started in 2022 on Noah's Ark, reveals that the fossilized remains of Noah's Ark are resting on Mount Ararat in the eastern part of Turkey, the district of Dogube. This area has many of the Tepe settlements to date, and it makes a lot of sense that Noah and his people settled around that location after the flood. We promise you a beautiful journey on our quest to know who truly the Ewe people are. Join us in our next episode where we will continue to tell the journeys of our fathers. Many thanks to you for watching. God bless you. Bye.